Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be on the topic of debt. Debt and finances tends to be a taboo. It's something which you shouldn't be ashamed of. At some point in some people's life, not all, some people get in debt. Now, debt affects millions and hundreds of, should I say even like a lot of people around the world. So it affects people and it's a serious topic. So with debt, know that you are not alone. With debt, do not be ashamed. You will get out of debt. You may not see the lights at the end of the tunnel now, but believe in me, you will see that light. In fact, you will get a rainbow. So I'm just going to give you a bit of background. So back in 2014, when I underwent a career change, I got into debt. I got into debt because I had taken out a credit card to boost up my credit rating for a project which I had that is now on hold. Furthermore, I was pretty much paying for very expensive courses in terms of trying to build up the knowledge that I wanted to gain for the specific industry that I was going into in terms of the career change. And I had commitments. I had two major pre-booked commitments abroad. Then I also had friends' birthdays, and I'm kind of like a social butterfly whereby I love my friends. I care for them dearly, and I want to make their day special. So, you know, if their birthdays are coming up, I would just want to be able to be there and celebrate with them, and that means spending money, and probably money you don't necessarily have fully to spend. So tip number one in terms of getting out of debt is to write down all your credits, your debits. Your credits is money that comes into your account, and your debits is money that comes out. It's not just about writing your credits and debits, but you need to do an analysis, i.e. a breakdown of how much money do I owe and who do I owe this money to. Once you've done that, you'll know, okay, how much the overall debt is. Then from there, you can go into tip number two, which is to come up with a timeline. Come up with a timeline of when you want to have all this money paid off. It's so important to have a timeline that is realistic. Have a timeline and make sure you work towards achieving that timeline. And for you to achieve that timeline, I would recommend tip number three. Basically coming up with a repayment plan. So when you have a repayment plan, it enables you to know that, okay, every month or every week you pay so X amount to this person who you owe money to. So speak to the people or the person that you pretty much owe money to and inform them of what you are able to afford, because of course you've got to survive, you've got to pay your bills, you've got to get around to go to work, you've got to eat, man, you've got to live. So you've got to basically speak to them. Once you've subtracted your cost of living, speak to them about, you know, what you're able to afford and see if they're happy to accept that. But it's whatever, you know, the outcome is from that conversation. The most important thing is to know that you have that repayment planning process. Why? Because it goes back, it links in very well with tip number two in terms of the timeline with you trying to get yourself debt free. Tip number four for getting out of debt would be to pretty much reduce, minimize, get rid of whatever, at what cost. Just put on pause any luxurious spend. I get it, we all like nice stuff in this world. We live in a world where there's nice stuff and we like it. That's not a problem. Those nice stuff are not running away. It's so important to minimize any luxurious spend. So whether that's you going on your nice holidays, whether that's you buying your luxurious like wines, alcohol, or designer goods, the Chanel bag, the list is endless. Whatever your luxurious treat me item is, put that on pause, get rid of it, because you have to focus on your goal, i.e., you know, tip number two, the timeline for getting out of debt. Once you're out of debt, you can turn up, you can get lit, you can enjoy, you know, having your nice stuff. But why spend money that you, number one, don't have to spend, and number two, why just keep increasing the debt? So focus on the task at hand, which is to be debt free. And my final top tip, I've just like repeated myself, but my final top tip in terms of being debt free would be to save, but not just having money lying in a bank account getting 0.00 -0 interest, but save in the sense that you have money to invest, whether it's in shares, whether it's in ISAs. And when I'm talking about ISAs, I'm not talking about ISAs with the local bank, but with fund managers whereby they invest your money and you get a very nice return on investment. So whether that may be getting a property ladder or you starting your own business once you're debt free, but just make sure you gather enough money to have a healthy cash flow, whether that's on a monthly or a weekly basis. But the ultimate goal is to be debt free. Please let me know your thoughts on this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Do share it with some friends or some people out there who may be experiencing the same situation and don't know how to get about it. Maybe not all of these tips will work for you, but those are my top tips. I hope they work. So please leave your comments below, like and subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Until next time, take care.